In a world driven by noise and attention, where the loudest voices dominate and the spotlight seems to dictate power, there exists a rare force that moves in silence. This force, quiet yet undeniable, belongs to those who thrive in being underestimated. They are the shadow players, the ones dismissed too soon, only to rise when it matters most. You are one of them. While others clamor for recognition, fighting tooth and nail for validation, you master the art of remaining unseen until it's time to strike. Your strength lies not in being obvious, but in being unexpected. By blending into the background, you create an edge that allows you to operate freely, free from the expectations and resistance that follow the visible leaders. This is your superpower, the ability to shatter illusions and reshape the world without anyone seeing it coming. The true mastery of influence doesn't lie in dominating the stage. It lies in controlling the play without ever stepping into the spotlight. Every move you make is calculated, deliberate, and precise. Like a master chess player, you position yourself not for the immediate gain, but for the ultimate victory. You move quietly, subtly, but with undeniable impact, leaving others bewildered, unable to grasp how they were outmaneuvered. This quiet authority is what sets you apart. While others broadcast their strength, seeking validation and approval, your power is felt, not spoken. It's the calm confidence in your presence that unsettles those around you. Your silence speaks volumes, commanding attention in a way that noise never could. It creates an aura of intrigue, a sense of mystery that keeps others guessing and puts you firmly in control. In this world, the unseen hand is often the one that shapes the future. The loudest voices may sway the crowd, but it's the quiet strategists who dictate the outcome. By mastering the art of being underestimated, you hold an advantage that few can rival. You move without resistance, execute without interference, and succeed without ever giving away your intent. Your journey starts here. Subscribe now, and let's create something extraordinary together. So, embrace this power. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you're not a threat. And when the time comes, rise, effortlessly, decisively, and without apology. Because in the end, it's not about how many people notice you. It's about how deeply you leave your mark. This is your time. Your quiet brilliance is a force no one can stop. Behold, I make all things new. Revelation 21:5. Like the clay in the potter's hands, you are constantly being shaped and reshaped, molded into something stronger, more beautiful, and more capable of fulfilling your divine purpose. Transformation isn't just a phase in your life, it's the essence of who you are. God designed you not to remain static, but to evolve, adapt, and thrive. He placed within you a spark of renewal, a power that turns every trial into a triumph and every setback into a setup for something greater. Think of a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's your story, a story of relentless reinvention. When life throws adversity your way, you don't just endure it, you allow it to refine you. Each challenge is a fire, meant not to destroy, but to purify, strengthening your spirit and sharpening your resolve. You understand that stagnation is the true enemy, and like an eagle adjusting its flight to the winds, you embrace change as the very force that lifts you higher. When others expect you to stay down, you rise. When they think they've figured you out, you shift. Just as water takes the shape of any vessel, you adapt effortlessly to circumstances, outmaneuvering those who try to confine you. This is the mark of someone destined for greatness, not because of what you've been through, but because of how you respond to it. You don't just go with the flow. you redirect it, shaping your path with the precision of an artist bringing beauty out of chaos. Every twist of fate becomes a fresh canvas, every setback a moment to recreate yourself. You don't see failure as final. To you, it's a stepping stone, a temporary stop on the way to something better. Where others might see a wall, you see a door waiting to be opened. When circumstances feel like a prison, you find a way to break free, not through brute force, but through wisdom, adaptability, and an unshakable faith that God has more for you. Let me tell you something. The world may underestimate you, but that's their mistake, not yours. When they think they've trapped you, you dissolve their expectations. You don't fight their assumptions. You outgrow them. Just as a snake sheds its skin to grow, you let go of what no longer serves you, stepping boldly into your next season. Every transformation becomes a declaration that you're not bound by what you've been, but propelled by what you're becoming. This relentless pursuit of growth, this hunger for reinvention, is your superpower. It's the secret weapon God placed in you to rise above every challenge, to break free from every limitation. And with each transformation, you don't just surprise the world, you redefine it. You prove time and time again that your potential is limitless. This is the essence of your calling. You weren't created to remain the same. You were created to evolve, to grow, to transform, and in doing so, to inspire others to do the same. So, embrace the winds of change. Let them lift you, guide you, and shape you into all that God has destined you to be. For with every reinvention, you're not just making yourself new, you're stepping closer to the greatness that's always been within you. And the best part? The journey's not over yet. The essence of your strength lies in your mastery of perfect timing, the unseen rhythm that dictates the flow of victories and defeats. You act not with haste, but with precision, observing the ebb and flow of events until the moment aligns with your intent. Timing isn't mere patience. It's the art of wielding time itself as an instrument, carving opportunities with the deftness of a master artisan. Each second of restraint amplifies your readiness, building a momentum that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. You instinctively understand when to advance and when to hold your ground, when to voice your thoughts, and when to let silence do the talking. Many falter by rushing into decisions, trapped by their eagerness to seize fleeting chances. Yet you remain composed, allowing others to expose their plans while you remain an enigma. Power lies not in relentless motion, but in the strategic pause, the quiet before the cascade of action. Your patience is charged with intention, a dormant force accumulating strength, prepared to strike with unwavering accuracy. Ready to take the first step toward greatness? Subscribe now, and let's begin. Your approach is not passive, but deliberate, mirroring the precision of a hunter poised to secure its quarry. Each calculated delay, each moment of stillness, becomes the foundation of your success. Acting too soon risks failure. Waiting too long invites missed opportunities. But you strike with impeccable timing, ensuring your efforts land where they matter most. Mastery of timing grants you control over outcomes, as if you alone hold the key to life's pendulum. In knowing when to wait and when to act, you transform the mundane into triumph, proving that true power is found in the spaces between moments. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge. Psalm 18:2. Picture this: a mighty lighthouse standing tall against the storm. The waves crash, the winds howl, and yet the lighthouse remains unmoved, its light cutting through the darkness. That's you. That's the power of your inner strength. The steadfast force planted deep within you by the Creator Himself. It doesn't falter when the storms come. It shines even brighter, a beacon of hope and direction for yourself and for those watching from the shore. Your strength is not the kind that demands attention with noise or grand gestures. No, it's quieter, deeper, like the roots of an oak tree digging into the earth. When the winds try to tear you down, your foundation holds firm, unshaken, and unyielding. This is not just optimism or a fleeting sense of peace. It's the kind of faith that knows, deep in its core, that the storm will pass and you'll still be standing. Why? Because your purpose is greater than any obstacle, and your God is greater than any storm. When others falter under the weight of their fears, you rise. When they see chaos, you see the opportunity for clarity. It's not because you're immune to hardship, far from it. It's because you've chosen to anchor yourself in the unshakable truth that you were made for more. You weren't designed to crumble. You were created to endure, to persevere, to thrive, even in the most difficult of circumstances. Think about it. Challenges don't define you. They refine you. Every trial you face becomes a moment for growth, a chance to strengthen the resolve that already runs deep in your spirit. You don't crumble under pressure. You rise like gold tested in the fire, stronger and purer with each trial. That's the kind of faith that makes the impossible possible. Not just belief in the abstract, but faith in action, rooted in the knowledge that every obstacle is an opportunity for transformation. Let me tell you something. This isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving. It's about taking the very chaos meant to break you and using it to build something new. Your ability to stay grounded, even when the world feels like it's spinning out of control, is a gift. It's a testimony. It shows others that they too can find strength when everything around them feels weak. This unyielding resolve, this immovable faith, it's not passive, it's active, alive, and fiercely determined. It's the driving force that turns setbacks into setups, fear into fuel, and trials into triumphs. You're not just standing still, you're moving forward, propelled by a belief so solid that no wave, no storm, no uncertainty can shake it. And here's the beautiful part. As you stand firm, you inspire others to find their own strength. You become the lighthouse for someone else's storm, the oak tree they look to for stability. Your faith doesn't just lift you, it lifts those around you, drawing them closer to their own inner strength, their own divine purpose. So hold on to that fire inside you. Let it burn bright. Let it illuminate your path, and let it remind you and the world that no matter what comes your way, you are unshakable. Your God is your rock, your fortress, your deliverer. And with Him, nothing can hold you back. This is your time to stand tall, to shine bright, and to show the world the power of faith in action. Keep going. You were made for this. This is your moment to rise. Subscribe now, and let's make it unforgettable. You are the spark that initiates transformation, a force of motion that propels everything around you toward evolution. Change isn't something you advocate, it's something you embody, drawing others into the gravitational pull of your purpose. Wherever you go, you disrupt stagnation, replacing old patterns with fresh energy and opening doors to possibilities others hadn't dared to imagine. Your influence dismantles complacency, breathing new life into spaces where progress had stalled. Instead of conforming, you reconstruct the framework, showing others that limits are not barriers but illusions waiting to be shattered. When you enter a room, the energy shifts, as if an unseen current of inspiration flows through the air. People don't just see the potential for change in you, they feel it, and that feeling stirs them to act. Your presence becomes a call to rise, to question the patterns they've long accepted, and to envision realities they once thought unattainable. Through your example, change ceases to be an abstract concept and takes shape as something tangible and urgent. Your impact reaches beyond what you can see, spreading quietly like seeds carried by the wind, planting ideas and possibilities in places you may never know. By challenging the ordinary with actions instead of rebellion, you demonstrate the quiet strength of conviction, showing others that the way forward is not just inevitable, but accessible. Every step you take inspires others to take their own, creating ripples of progress that extend far beyond your own reach. In being the catalyst, you don't just influence change, you awaken the dormant potential in others, becoming the origin of something far greater than yourself. You possess a rare courage, the willingness to confront the depths of your own mind, where light meets shadow and raw authenticity resides. Rather than turning away from the hidden corners of your being, you delve into them, knowing that true strength is forged in the places most fear to tread. The aspects of yourself that others might suppress, the doubts, the struggles, the fierce desires, become your sources of clarity and resilience. Instead of battling your inner complexities, you integrate them, crafting a harmony between your darker instincts and your higher aspirations. This profound self-awareness enables you to face your vulnerabilities without hesitation, transforming what might seem like flaws into reservoirs of power. The frustrations, the longings, the wounds, they don't define you, but they fuel your growth, offering lessons and energy that drive you forward. Where others may shy away from discomfort or imperfection, you meet them head-on, reshaping them into tools of self-mastery. Your ability to embrace these shadows allows you to cut through illusions and find truths that elude those who cling to superficial certainty. By fully accepting the entirety of who you are, you develop a nuanced understanding of the world. You see beyond rigid divides, recognizing the interplay of complexities in every situation. This balance between the seen and the unseen grants you a perspective of unparalleled depth, a confidence that arises from knowing yourself completely. Like an unyielding figure who emerges stronger from the depths of trial, you turn challenges into stepping stones, commanding not just respect, but transformation. Through this process, your shadow becomes not a burden, but an ally, a part of you that lends insight, strength, and determination. The integration of your full self makes you a force of balance and authenticity, capable of navigating chaos and shaping it to your will. In embracing the parts of yourself that others may fear, you achieve a completeness that is both extraordinary and unstoppable, claiming dominion over your path with a clarity that leaves nothing to chance. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Imagine a hawk perched high above the earth, watching patiently. It doesn't flap its wings endlessly, wasting energy on meaningless motion. Instead, it waits, still, focused, deliberate, until the exact moment comes to dive with precision and power. That's the wisdom of stepping back. It's not a retreat. It's not surrender. It's strategy. It's mastery. It's knowing when to pause so you can move forward with greater clarity and strength. This is the kind of wisdom God has placed in you, a divine understanding that not every moment is meant for action. There are times to move, yes, but there are also times to be still, to recalibrate, to let God realign your heart and sharpen your purpose. This pause isn't weakness. It's the foundation of strength, the moment when you prepare to rise higher than you ever thought possible. The world doesn't always understand this kind of stillness. To them, stepping back might look like giving up. But you know better. You know that in stepping away from noise, from conflict, from fruitless struggles, you're actually positioning yourself for greater impact. While others exhaust themselves fighting battles that don't matter, you're conserving your energy for what truly does. You're observing, learning, and preparing. And when you return, you're unstoppable. This isn't about avoidance, it's about alignment. It's about listening to that still, small voice inside you that says, wait, rest, prepare. You don't step back out of fear or uncertainty. You step back because you're wise enough to know that the greatest victories often come after the greatest patience. In the stillness, you gather strength. In the quiet, you hear the whispers of God's plan for your next move. Think about a farmer preparing the soil. There's a season to plant, a season to water, and yes, even a season to let the ground rest. That rest isn't wasted time. It's where growth begins. In the same way, your moments of stillness are where your next breakthrough is born. While others rush ahead, scattered and spent, you're quietly building, strengthening, preparing. This is what makes you different. This is what makes you powerful. Your fire is your power. Ready to rise? Subscribe now and let's ignite greatness together. When you step back, you don't lose momentum. You gain perspective. You rise above the chaos and see the bigger picture, the patterns others miss. And when the time is right, you move, not in haste, not in fear, but with precision and purpose. That's the difference between reacting and responding. You don't waste your energy on battles that don't matter. Instead, you save it for the fights that define your destiny. God designed you for endurance, not exhaustion. He gave you the ability to recognize when it's time to pause and when it's time to press forward. And make no mistake, this is a gift, a rare kind of discernment that keeps you from spinning your wheels and lets you focus on what truly matters. Your step back isn't a setback, it's a setup for something greater. So don't let the world confuse your stillness for weakness. Let them wonder. Let them question. Because when the time comes, they'll see the truth. You were never retreating. You were regrouping, realigning, and getting ready to rise. And rise, you will, stronger, sharper, and more unstoppable than ever before. This is your time, not just to act, but to act with purpose, to step into the plans God has laid out for you, not with haste, but with the calm confidence of someone who knows the battle is already won. Be still, wait, prepare, and then, when the moment is right, soar. This practice confounds those who mistake constant action for strength as they expend themselves while you remain quietly resilient. When you re-emerge, you do so with purpose and timing that tilts the scales in your favor. In mastering this balance between action and withdrawal, you reveal a profound strength rooted in patience, strategy, and self-control. You're not just waiting, you're preparing to strike at the perfect moment, ensuring that your efforts are both precise and decisive. This is the long game, one that ensures your eventual triumph is as calculated as it is inevitable. You possess a unique power, the ability to take the raw chaos of life and shape it into something extraordinary. Challenges and setbacks don't deter you. They fuel your creativity and determination, sparking transformation where others see only dead ends. Every difficulty becomes an opportunity under your hands, as you refine and reshape the elements of your circumstances into tools for success. Your resilience is unmatched, driven by an innate ability to reimagine the impossible and turn it into a reality that defies expectations. This mastery is not passive. It's an active process of reinvention, where failure becomes a starting point rather than an end point. When faced with obstacles, you analyze and adapt, transforming disappointment into the building blocks of progress. You don't simply endure hardship, you extract value from it, forging something greater in the process. Your ingenuity serves as the engine of this transformation, enabling you to rise above and transcend the constraints that hold others back. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. Picture a sculptor standing before a block of unyielding stone. To the untrained eye, it looks like nothing, just a jagged, immovable object. But the sculptor doesn't see the stone for what it is. They see what it can become. With every strike of the chisel, a masterpiece emerges. That's you. That's the power God placed in you. To see potential where others see problems. To create beauty where others see only brokenness. You don't back away from life's challenges. You don't settle for quick fixes or surface-level solutions. No, you dig deeper, chisel harder, uncovering the hidden opportunities buried beneath the surface of every trial. This isn't just perseverance, it's purpose. It's knowing that every setback, every failure, and every obstacle can be transformed into something greater. Let me tell you something. Nothing in your life is wasted. Not the pain, not the struggle, not the moments you thought you'd never recover from. Every misstep is a stepping stone. Every failure is a foundation. And every obstacle is an opportunity waiting for you to uncover it. You don't just survive these moments, you thrive in them. You take what was meant to hold you back and use it to catapult yourself forward. Feel the spark. Let's turn it into a flame. Subscribe now and join the journey. This is the essence of transformation, the divine gift to take adversity and turn it into advantage. When others see defeat, you see possibility. When they see dead ends, you see new beginnings. It's not just about seeing the glass half full. It's about realizing that you can refill it, reshape it, even rebuild it if you need to. That's the kind of creative power God placed in you. Think about it. Joseph didn't see the pit as the end of his story. He saw it as the beginning of a journey that would lead to the palace. That's how God works. He takes what was meant for harm and turns it into something good. He gives you the strength, not just to endure, but to innovate. Not just to survive, but to succeed. Your ability to create opportunities from challenges is a divine gift, a reflection of the Creator Himself. He didn't just leave the world in chaos. He brought order, beauty, and purpose to it. And He's doing the same through you. Every time you face a challenge, you're stepping into your God-given calling to create, to build, to transform. So embrace the process. Pick up the chisel. Trust that every strike, every step, every moment of struggle is shaping you into something extraordinary. And when you look back, you'll see that what felt like breaking was really building. You'll see that even the hardest circumstances were working together for your good. You stand poised at a turning point, ready to face the challenges ahead with unmatched resolve and ingenuity. This is not mere chance. It is the culmination of a journey that has forged you into someone capable of wielding their power with precision and purpose. Your role is not a passive one. It is a call to act boldly, to transform difficulties into triumphs and to navigate life with the assurance of someone who knows their strength. Obstacles will come, as they always do, but they will meet someone who has turned setbacks into stepping stones and transformed adversity into opportunity. As you move forward, remember that you hold the blueprint to your future. Every choice you make shapes your path, and every strategy you employ brings you closer to fulfilling your potential. This isn't a question of mere survival. It's about thriving, about carving out a destiny that reflects the depth of your abilities. You possess the insight, the creativity, and the unwavering determination to not only overcome challenges, but to redefine what is possible. This moment is also an invitation to share your journey. Your experiences, your victories, and even your struggles are threads in a larger story that can inspire others to rise above their own limitations. The way you've played your hand, crafted success from difficulty and turned uncertainty into clarity, serves as a beacon for those still searching for their strength. Your story has the power to guide and uplift, to reveal paths that others might never have considered. Share it with pride, for in doing so, you leave behind a legacy of resilience, wisdom, and transformation that will echo far beyond yourself.